Lives of the Poets. So part of the problem, you see, is I can't tell if I'm writing to you or to me. 9 years afloat in an unstoppered bottle, learning to walk with my back doubled over, scuttling across this desert beach, trying to read your message in bird calls, the slapping of waves reiterating what can't be remembered, and who we were before parting company with that odd school of fish who thought about thought, making the mind a self-reflective convexity, watching itself talk to itself, minding the breath, fogging the glass, who thought to fill the wavering panes of our cold water flats with something more than images of ourselves overlooking the bay, something having to do with something more than linguistic opportunities, time spent on syllables, taking our one-eyed friend in hand, something more than thoughts and feelings leaving vapor trails under the bell jar, something more than precious wit played out on glazed surfaces, pretending uncertainty negates common sense as well as meaning, something that would make love more than rubbing the head against abstraction, a matter of fiction in moments of heat, trying to create ourselves as more than an exercise in life science, seduced into syllogisms, out of high-proof haze, shacked up behind the private eye's pulp friction, that part of the brain we call the heart, tucked away between memory, imagination, and desire. Jocks, bad boys, and closet cases, A students and manic depressives, cocktail contests of binary visions, cross-eyed jacks and four-eyed queens, still 16 in the back seat. Something more feasible than saints or red-lipped refugees from Eden, those envoys of interim satisfactions, frustrations, and various irksome issues, what the popular press calls dreams, while waging wars of syntax with flanking Pincher-Martin motions, something more than rebuilding the fabled bridge so recently and rudely collapsed into the temporal cavity, that white starburst just north of the ear. Somewhere in the vicinity of extreme dysfunction, utter verbal paralysis, angry little electrons splitting the nuclear family, the triple goddess and triune god. Arms incestuously entwined into particles highly charged, the radioactive offspring, the daughters of Albion, running the ridge, howling for blood in the name of love, with something more in their bag of tricks than phonics and semiotics, something the next quake might leave standing among the lawns and faculty wives, lying there where working class meant running scams on academe, public talks on pubic matters, titillating the waspish ladies in their paper-thin privacies with deference and inference, while teaching jargon to one another, the virtues of obscurity, the benefits of obliquity, personal validity, the comma's resounding utility, the quirks of arcane harmony perverted into monotony, yet looking for means beyond the image, for wherewithal to give typecast characters displayed meticulously on a page voice, trying not so much to cure as to maintain bipolar disorder, whitewashing the broken lines down the middle of the road, traffic like bats out of hell on both sides in opposite directions, confessing the wet Freudian slip, the lip-sync personality split, little men and women not there at the top of the stair, yes, and a plaque in the corner, but for want of a little salt in the brain, a short circuit, dropped ground, cross-wired hemispheres, neural hypersufficiency, frontal lobe atrophy, taking the course between pedestrian and pedantic with a twist of lime, a cigarette and coffee, a shot or two straight up or out of a spoon, a hit, out of the public eye, uppers to keep going, hand on the neck, lip to lip, trying to suck the genius out of the bottle, the end of a pipe.